Like it or not, superhero movies have kind of become mundane. Not to say that there aren't obvious highlights, Logan and The Winter Soldier come to mind that have recently broken that mold. But there's no denying that a lot of hero films have fallen into a similar formula. For every Black Panther, there's another 5 Doctor Stranges. Sorry, bud, but your movie wasn't that good. Whenever I see one of those simple plotted movies, besides you, Ant-Man, I like you. And you, I expect you to be amazing, so don't fuck up. I like to think back to the time when I was a kid, and the giants like X-Men, and as the title suggests, Spider-Man dominated the box office. The highlight of this trilogy, and of all superhero movies in general, in my personal opinion, is the magnum opus known as Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 came out in 2004. Directed by Sam Raimi and starring Tobey Maguire, Kristen Dunst, and James Franco. Even upon release, it was handed some serious critical acclaim, with many authors saying that it's how the superhero film should be. But why is the question we ask today. Why is it that even 14 years later, it's still given the most highest praise, with people calling it not only the best Spider-Man movie, but also the best superhero movie? We're going to be looking at what makes it so amazing, excuse my pun, and how it stacks up today. Spider-Man 2 does the one thing that I think is missing from most superhero movies, and that's the importance of the secret identity. It's never been more prevalent in any hero movie besides this. Think back on it. When was the last time that a superhero movie really dealt with the consequences of having an alter ego? Man of Steel? No one cares about Clark Kent. Iron Man? Don't even try to pull that. And Doctor Strange? Okay, we'll leave that alone for now. I'm sorry for ripping on it so much. Honestly though, Peter Parker is just as important of a character in Spider-Man 2 as Spider-Man is. Being Spider-Man affects Peter, actually damaging his life. When he becomes Spider-Man, his problems aren't washed away, but amplified by 100. The part that really cements this to me is when Peter stops going to his college classes and falls behind, being confronted by Dr. Connors. This is huge for a character like Peter Parker. He was never really characterized as the nerd that he traditionally is in the comics, but you could still tell by context clues that Peter was a smart kid. One who genuinely cared about his academics and was proud of the work he achieved. For him to miss class just to be Spider-Man shows how much weight is forced upon him by his alter ego. In all honesty, Spider-Man is probably more of an antagonist to Peter than Doc Ock is. Spider-Man is constantly pushing Peter away from the ones he loves, ruining relationships with his best friend, and just making his life a living hell in general. When Peter loses his powers, he's not all that sad about it. Yes, he's disappointed he will no longer have these abilities, but he almost seems to be happier without the red and blue. He even ignores outright some crimes, barely feeling any remorse at all. It's only when the guilt of not only having a hand in his uncle's death, but also the possible death of an innocent child, that Peter steps up and embraces the heroic side of him. The best part about Peter Parker is that he is always striving to become a better hero. Unlike his counterparts like Iron Man or Captain America, who have somewhat stagnant character traits throughout, Spider-Man is always having to deal with doubt and must force himself to become a more selfless person, because he knows what will happen if he doesn't. Peter may not love being Spider-Man all the time, but he knows that with great power, he must also hold great responsibility. Hey guys and gals, thanks for watching today's video. I'd really appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up and subscribed. I've got some more really exciting videos coming up that you won't want to miss. While you're here, why not follow me on Twitter and SoundCloud? I'll be giving away 30 iPhone X's, not really, to the first 100 people that subscribe. Also, what's your favorite Spider-Man movie? And I better not see The Amazing Spider-Man 2, not even once. Hope you enjoy your day and have a nice video. Fuck. Well, I'm gonna leave it in.